The air in the attic tastes like mothballs and dry rot. You are 10 years old. You sit on a rough wool rug. Dust motes hang perfectly still in a shaft of gray light. You hold a cheap plastic cassette recorder. It feels heavy and hollow. You press the chunky red record button. A mechanical spring snaps. You speak into the metal grate. You tell a simple story. Inside your head, your voice is a low, rolling rumble. It vibrates deep in your jawbone. It rattles your teeth. It feels like absolute power. You hit stop. You rewind the tape. The magnetic ribbon whines, a high, frantic pitch. You hit play. A stranger speaks from the plastic box. The voice is painfully thin. It is high. It is weak. It squeaks like a trapped rat. You freeze. The cold sinks into your stomach. You drop the recorder. It clatters against the floorboards. You realize the thick bone of your skull is a liar. It builds a fake bass. It creates a phantom resonance. The world does not hear the hero inside your head. The world hears the weakling. You are a fraud, trapped inside the cage of your own skeleton. The metal handle of the payphone is freezing. It smells of stale beer and oxidized copper. You are 22. Rain beats against the cracked plexiglass booth. A violent, steady drum. Neon light buzzes overhead, flickering red against the wet pavement. You hold the receiver to your ear. You have to make the call. A threat. A demand for money. It is the only way out of the debt. You speak the words into the mouthpiece. You force the sound down into your chest. You try to mimic the rumble in your jaw. You hang up. The metal coin return clicks. Hours later, you sit in a dark diner. The target plays the recorded phone call back over a radio scanner. You listen to your own threat. It is completely empty. The voice is brittle. It shakes. The air conduction strips away the lie of the skull. The man on the radio laughs. You feel the cold sweat bead on the back of your neck. You are exposed. Authority is a frequency, and you lack it. You cannot survive with that sound. You must destroy the stranger on the tape. You step out of the diner. You step into the dark. You decide to manually rebuild your throat. You will manufacture the resonance. You will force the lie to become real. The underground clinic smells of harsh rubbing alcohol and soldering iron smoke. A neon sign buzzes above a steel door. They call it the acoustic chamber. You step inside. You learn the brutal mechanical physics of the bone conduction glitch. You learn that sound travels faster through solid calcium than through empty air. You sit in a soundproof booth. The walls are lined with dense, black acoustic foam. The silence is heavy. It presses against your eardrums. You meet the audio brokers, the pitch shifters. They teach you the violent toll of a manufactured voice. You drink thick, hot honey mixed with raw ginger. It burns a path down your esophagus. You scream into heavy velvet pillows for hours. You do this until your vocal cords swell. You do this until you taste pure metallic copper on your tongue. You forcefully lower your larynx. You stretch the cartilage in your neck with your bare hands. The tissue cracks. The muscle aches. You swallow the pain. You drill your diaphragm. You expand your rib cage until it feels like the bones will snap. You become an acoustic chamber. You are no longer a person. You are a biological speaker cone. You fit perfectly into the dark machinery of the city. You sit behind a massive polished steel desk. The penthouse office smells of expensive cigar smoke and ozone. Server racks hum behind you. A low, continuous growl that vibrates the floorboards. You are the architect of the deep pitch. You broker audio for corrupt politicians, crime syndicates, and ghosts. You sell the vocal authority they cannot project. You speak into a heavy gold-plated condenser microphone. Your voice is a weapon. It is a landslide of gravel and bass. It perfectly matches the powerful lie inside your skull. You have the money. You command the fear of the entire city. But the room is freezing. You wear a thick wool scarf indoors. You are consumed by paranoia. You constantly record yourself on a digital dictaphone. You play it back immediately. You check the waveform on a glowing green monitor. The green line must be thick. You do not trust your ears anymore. You only trust the visual math. If your pitch slips by 10 hertz, the illusion shatters. You lose everything. You drink room temperature water. You never raise your voice. You never laugh. You live in a claustrophobic prison of perfect calculated vibration. The betrayal tastes like battery acid, sharp and chemical. You sit in an abandoned shipping warehouse. The concrete floor is damp and slick with oil. A stolen police scanner crackles on a metal drum. It plays a wiretap recording. It is an order for an assassination. The voice is yours. The thick manufactured bass. The slow, rhythmic, terrifying cadence. But you did not make the call. Your apprentice did. He cloned your acoustic signature. He mapped the frequency. He used your own manufactured weapon against you. Sirens wail in the distance. They are coming for you. You panic. You try to yell. You try to scream into the radio that it is a fake. You push air through your throat with too much force. A sharp, physical snap echoes inside your neck. A wet tear. The pain is blinding. White-hot iron. The cartilage breaks. The vocal cords rupture. You fall to your knees. You cough. Thick, dark blood hits the gray concrete. You built a voice so perfect it became a commodity. It was stolen. You lost the empire, and the physical strain just destroyed the hardware. Success was a trap. Your throat is a ruined, silent engine. You are an old man in a frayed gray coat. You sit alone on a wooden park bench. The slats are damp and rotting beneath you. The autumn wind cuts through the wool. You watch a teenager across the paved path. He holds a glowing smartphone in his hands. He records a voice memo. He plays it back. He frowns. He rubs his ear in confusion. He does not recognize the thin, reedy sound coming from the tiny plastic speaker. The cycle is perfect. The skull is still lying. The biological system is rigged from birth. You reach up with trembling fingers. You press a heavy cold metal cylinder against the thick scar tissue of your throat. You press the button. The electrolarynx activates. A harsh robotic drone vibrates through your jaw. You try to speak. The machine translates the vibration into a dead, metallic, synthetic hum. You forgot what your real voice sounded like 40 years ago. The manufactured voice was stolen. Now you have no voice at all. The wind smells of exhaust fumes and incoming snow. You watch the kid walk away, talking into the plastic void. You sit in the absolute crushing silence.